How's it going, everybody? How's it going? We got a new show here today, tonight, whenever you're going to watch it. We're going to try to put a new little style on this one because I know you guys are used to seeing me pissed off or whatever you want to call it. Now, you know how I always say I got a lot of files? I mean, this guy, I've known about him probably for more than a year. But like I always say, for some reason, sometimes some of these shows are just not meant to be put out right away. Other stuff comes up, it seems like. So we're going to cover Melco LLC today. Dirty Melco LLC. So let's start with some old Facebook messaging he used to do with me. Let's see here. So it was Alex Melokhin. Good afternoon. You have a conflict with the dispatchers? Can I find out what specifically did not suit you? I respond, yes, you are crooks and I'm going to expose your whole network. Can you be more specific? Do you have any specific facts? We are engaged in cargo transportation. Everything is legal with us. And if you're just trying to accuse us without justification, then you are a scammer. Oh, really, Mr. Melokhin, Alex, whatever your name is? Why do you have two corporations? Same owner, same company? Name in two different states and one authority, California and Washington. It gets worse, folks. It gets worse. And actually, because of these guys, I found something very big, but I didn't want to put it all with this show. That's probably, maybe it's going to be tomorrow or the next show. Way too much to put in with this one. So we're just going to do this one real quick. So next thing, it's very simple. California insurance is very expensive, and it's easier to get Washington insurance. Exactly, you're a fraud. But since I live in California, I pay taxes here and in Washington. It's all legal, guys. I have the right to have an office in Washington and pay taxes. What's a scam? And then I respond, you dumb as a rock. I'm going to do a show on you. A lot of brokers have subscribed to my channel. Here's the link to my podcast. Over 25 episodes so far. That just goes to show you how old this is because I'm well over 200. This was like at 25. So I've had this guy for a while. I told him, your name is not even on the corporation, so who are you? And then I figured it out. It looks like he looks like he's got like a Russian name or Ukrainian name, I should say, but he's using the American version. He put, I am the owner of Melco LLC. We have one company. I think you are confusing something. No, I'm not confusing nothing. I'm not confusing anything. So on the authority, what you're going to see, it's just curious because I have these old screenshots from Solaris Selectus. And you'll see like a Josh Huge, Melco LLC, Nick Davis, Melco LLC. There was more. And I've said this before. Why do these frauds need so many dispatchers when they barely have any units, supposedly, according to the authority? So, I said, show me where I'm confused. At first I said, oh, really? One company, not two? And where is your name on corporation? Show me where I'm confused. Now, remember, these are old texts, but I just want to show you how old I've known about this guy. He said, Company 1, MC, DOT number 1, what's wrong? I don't know what he's talking about. I said, just wait for your show. I'm good at what I know and what I do. I have a broker running you, and we'll have more info tomorrow. I don't even remember who that broker was. I said, who is Oleksandr Melokhin? So, Oleksandr, I guess you Ukrainians or Russians can let me know. Let's put this end to this. So is that the legal version of Oleksandr? Is Alex? Please let me know. When you realize that you are wrong, I expect an apology. You'll never get an apology from me, especially what I'm about to show. And if you don't figure it out correctly and slander me, I will sue you. Well, let me tell you, I was trying to be nice up to this point. I'll tell you what, Alex. I'll tell you what. After the show, I got something to say to you, so pay attention, buddy. Yes, I did add their emails. My episodes are watched by DOJ as well as FBI and FMCSA. You're a fraud and I'm coming. He says, I take it as a threat to me. You guys are a bunch of sissy girls is what you are. You want to call everything a threat because when you get exposed doing your bullshit, that's what it is. Bullshit you do. I said, well, let me know what all the brokers think. They all know me. Not all, but a great many. So here's Mr. Alex Melokhin. Is that right? Melokhin from Kherson that says he lives in West Sacramento, California, but the authority shows Washington. Okay, yeah, whatever, Alex, whatever. So it was very strange because today, as of this day, what is this? Monday, July 21st, I jumped back into the old messenger. And I said, I didn't forget about you. Finally getting to your show. All of a sudden it goes to this person is unavailable on Messenger. Oh, you don't want to chit chat now. Oh, interesting. So this is what happened. And you guys can let me know. But whenever I see this name, Jacob, we have this special guy out there, Jacob, that likes to do fraud. He loves to do fraud. So broker sent me this. This said dispatcher.jacob at Melco LLC. Now, all of you might not know who I'm talking about, but trust me, he's on our permanent list. So Melco, please let us know. Are you working with Twitch, aka Jacob? Jacob, you know this one? The one from the Union Network of Frauds? Please let us know, Melco. Because if it is, you need to thank him for making sure your show that I've had a file for so long got brought to the top. Thank Mr. Twitch. So, those of you who don't know, Mr. Twitch from the Union Network loves to use everybody's MCs to do all his double brokering, signing in guys without Twitch cards and, brokering without authority. Yes, that guy, this is the one that worked for AK Way, We Exposed, Frazier and Sons, Nicola, Manimus. Yeah, this one. Let us know, Melco, if this is the one. So, Melco LLC. As you can see, bunch of different addresses. So we have a Jasmine Avenue, Sacramento. We have this apartment 56. It has University Place, and the addresses are weird. They're really weird. Okay, so administratively dissolved. But now I want you guys to pay attention here. You're going to see this executor, Selective Dynamics. That will be a big part of the next show. Believe me, I see a lot. So, Mr. Melokhin or Oleksandr or Alex or whatever you go by, please let us know how you're running a motor carrier authority when as of the dissolution date, 3 June 2025, yet I'm seeing bids here in July. So you're bidding with an MC authority and the corporation is administratively dissolved. And we're going to go over all that. We are really going to go over all that. So this is the corporation out of Washington. But what's weird is you remember I was in that messaging, I was talking to him. You see, there was a Melco LLC in California from the 417 Jasmine Avenue. Back then, when I searched, they were both active. He had both of these corporations active for the one motor carrier authority. 2 different addresses. Yes, folks, this is the nonsense that goes on. So, this is the address. I guess the most current one, the 6811 Lakewood Drive, West 56. It's all public information I put up. Some ratty apartment building, okay? Ratty. And you'll see over there on the right again, Selective Dynamics, Oleksandr Melokhin, and then this Alexandra Shafrin. We're going to go over all of that. I hope you know what's coming, Oleksandr, Alex, whatever. Thank you, because if it was that Jacob or whatever Jacob that led me to you to bring your file to the top, now you led me to a whole nother hive of crap. So, you'll see here the authority. Melco LLC, 6811. And you see administratively dissolved. And you'll see currently it's showing 1 power unit, 1 non-commercial vehicle, and 1 driver. 1, 1, and 1. That's current, okay? As you can see, we have the past and present. So it used to show 3 power units, 5 drivers. So whatever, they went down in vehicles, okay? But yet you have all these dispatchers dispatching for this authority. So we know how that all goes. We know how that works. You guys are all the same garbage. You like to take these motor carrier authorities, play dispatcher for them, rob drivers, mislead drivers, not have lease agreements, not have the correct insurance, and all this other nonsense. Yeah, that's what you do. But most of all, you're operating with an administratively dissolved corporation. We'll go over it, though. Don't worry, Alex, I promise. So, if someone is bidding on loads using a motor carrier authority, but the corporation is not active, what crimes are being committed? Well, here's where we start, Alex. I'm going to give you education now. And for anyone else that doesn't know, if someone is bidding on loads using a motor carrier MC authority that is tied to a corporation that has been administratively dissolved or is inactive, several state and federal violations may be occurring, depending on the circumstances. Here's a breakdown of the potential crimes or legal violations. Fraud/false representation, misrepresentation to brokers, shippers, or load boards by using an MC number that appears legitimate but is no longer legally valid due to the inactive corporation. Criminal fraud may apply if it can be proven there was intent to deceive or benefit financially through false pretenses. 2, unauthorized operation. Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration regulations require that a carrier's authority be active and tied to a legally existing business. Operating under an MC number not supported by a legal entity can lead to civil penalties, cease and desist orders, out of service orders. 3, breach of contract/civil liability. If loads are moved under that MC number, the carrier may be personally liable for damages if anything goes wrong, especially if insurance or bond coverage is also invalid due to the dissolved entity. Brokers or shippers could sue for fraudulent inducement or breach of contract. Getting interesting, isn't it? Isn't it, Alex? I hope you're watching. Yes, we included Alex's emails, so hopefully he's getting education now. 4, state-level corporate law violations. Most states prohibit conducting business under a dissolved LLC or corporation. Bidding on loads qualifies as conducting business, and doing so without reinstating the corporation can trigger administrative penalties, potential criminal charges for operating without proper business registration. So who's bidding on these loads? That's what we'd like to know, Alex. Who's bidding on these loads? Who's committing this fraud? Number 5, insurance and bonding violations. If the corporation is dissolved, the insurance or BOC3 filing may be invalid, putting public safety at risk and violating FMCSA insurance compliance rules. If this activity is happening, it could warrant reporting to FMCSA, the Secretary of State, or even local law enforcement, depending on how far the fraud goes. As you can see here, we have the summary of possible offenses. False representation, criminal fraud, state and federal. Unauthorized transportation, FMCSA violation, DOT/FMCSA. Business operation under dissolved entity, state business law, Secretary of State. Invalid insurance/bond, regulatory violation, FMCSA insurance regulator. Civil fraud or breach, civil liability, courts. Summary. If a dissolved LLC continues to use an active FMCSA authority to bid on and receive payments for freight, that may involve contract fraud, unauthorized business activity, tax violations, possibly money laundering, but only if there's a clear attempt to disguise or funnel illicit proceeds. So, I like that last one, money laundering. Please tell us, Alex, you're not money laundering now, are you? Red flag. Brokers and shippers who knowingly engage with such entities could also face legal risk, especially if aware of the dissolution. So here at Axel Live, we are now making everybody aware of this dissolution of this corporation from Melco LLC. So, don't say you weren't warned. So, that's it for the show. Quick, easy, painful, wasn't it, Mr. Melko? Let me drink my fruit punch. I told you, I got a big list. And if that's Twitch/AK Jacob working for you, you're a dummy. You're a dummy. And if you're watching Mr. Jacob, remember, you stay permanently on my list. We're working on special projects for you. I got so much crap being sent about you. We want you to get those bracelets, Jacob. We're hoping to get you some bracelets, maybe for Christmas. You deserve them for what you do. So, I don't know. I'm going to work on this other show for you guys regarding what these guys led me to now. But Melco LLC, Alex Melokhin, whatever, you Ukrainian nutball, you got busted. You got straight busted. You had 2 corporations active at the time. Then the one from California got whatever suspended. Then now the other one's administratively dissolved. And you got brokers sending me bids that you're putting in. This is crazy. Shut it down. You need to shut it down. That's what you need to do. You guys are a bunch of frauds out there, and now it's going to be documented. Like I said, these videos, they're documentation, okay? So now you're documented. So that's it. Alex will catch you guys. Axel. I don't know where I got Alex. Axel will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.